Hello. Let's make sure. Yep, we got voice, we got music. Looks like we're good. All right. We are working on a bat pot today, and probably on Tuesday as well. Tuesday stream might be late, or it might be on Wednesday. We'll have to see. Oh, ad break. Cool. I need to take my rings off. But let's go ahead and get to work. Welcome back. I am starting to run dangerously low on this clay. Actually. I think we'll have enough to get through this sculpt, but not much more after that. I was talking about I need to probably switch over to my brown clay, use some of that up. But first things first, we gotta make some slabs. Because the bats tend to use up quite a bit of slab work. So I work the clay that way, Aidwig, to get the air bubbles out of it. So I didn't do it very much, but you can kind of see there's like an air bubble there and one there. Mostly, as far as hand building goes, the bubbles don't make for a lot of problems, but other than like surface texture issues, they're more of a problem in when I'm throwing, because those air bubbles get trapped and make things difficult. But it's mostly just to kind of mix the clay up. It's not really a problem like in polymer clay or anything like that, other than surface texture looking problems. Kind of similar situation there. Yeah. I did not get any of the tools that I needed, which is pretty on brand. I need to move these dried up clay containers somewhere else. Hey Lizzie, welcome in. There will be bats. This is prep for wings and ears. So the wings will stand up off the side of the body. The way that I make it is usually like the vase form of the base, and you'll see it when I get it, forms the body of the bat, right? And I make it look like the wings are like wrapped around him. So I need a little bit of clay that's stiff enough to stand up off the shoulders of that to make it look like the tops of their wings. So that's what we're getting prepped out right now, so that it has enough time to dry up a little bit so that it'll be firm enough to actually do that with. And I'm gonna make myself more than I need. Yeah, this will be bat number 3 that I've done before. So we're getting there. The pieces that I do repeatedly, I start learning a little bit more about each time, right? Like I've got the foxes down pretty well at this point because I've made, I don't even know how many foxes. I don't know. 6? No, more than that. It has to be. It has to be 8 at this point. But with each one, you kind of start learning some tips and tricks to yourself, right? So I gotta, one of the things that I dislike, am not great at, and one of the reasons I like wheel throwing is because like you can do a lot with slab building. So like once the clay is at the right moisture level, you can make it do a lot of really cool things. So once it firms up a little bit, you can do a lot of neat designs, right? Because it's freestanding at that point. So you can almost construct with it. But it involves forethought that I'm bad at. Because in order to, hey old drum, in order to like effectively slab build, you have to make your slabs at the very least ahead of time. And my ADHD brain isn't good at that. I'm much better at, we weigh the clay now, we throw the clay now. So all I'm doing now is just taking off some of that surface texture, just smoothing it out for myself. It'll still have texture on the back from the wood, but not a big deal. Yeah, no. Like, if I'm going to do it, I have to be prepared to do it. Which is difficult. So we are going to get these out of our way for the time being. And very lightly cover them in some plastic, just so that, because the air conditioning kind of blows directly, like, in this direction, like back this way, they'll get quite a bit of airflow, and so I want them to dry out, but I don't want them to dry out too much, which is the name of the game. Wait a minute. Ah. Hey, Badly. I'm doing pretty well. Alright. Bring you guys back closer now that I'm not rolling stuff around. And we can set up for sculpting a bat face. I'll have you know, I did use my microfiber cloth to clean my cameras, because my husband was like, don't clean them with paper towels and clay grit. It's bad. Not wrong. Do I have more paper towels out here? That was my last one. I thought I did. This is a weird song, but alright. Oh hey, there's some good plastic under there. I don't see another paper towel. Oh, annoying. I'll have to bring a roll out. He is quite mean to me. All right. Makes me do stuff. Okay, let's pull up reference. Hello. Oh, thanks. Table Sick Maniac. Well, welcome in. Thank you for the stretch. The upper back is really where the stretch needs happening. Yeah, probably. The titties exist. And creepers gonna be creepy. Apparently. I've said it on stream before. Like, I'm firmly of the belief that, like, if you're here just... Look, I fucked that up real good. If you're here because you like looking at me, fine. I don't care. Just be, like, respectful of me as a human being and not a gross creep about it, and I don't care. Like, I'm happy to have you here. Happy you're here. Just don't be gross about it. All right. We're all, like, we're weird. I get that. And we're kind of pervy, but like don't be off-puttingly pervy. There's a fine line. All right, since I can't bring my references up to show you guys, I will swing this way for just a second, and you can kind of see. Come on, mouse. There you go. Don't look at this, all of this. So we got, oh, there's a lovely glare too. We got fruit bats that I have turned upside down so that I can construct them in the correct direction. But sorry, it's real stiff today. You know what I'm saying. We are constructing a fruit bat face. So we don't need nearly this much clay. We're gonna lump. This is always where I talk about like the digital ability to resize stuff is so OP. Like, because I can get the entire way through this and realize that it's not big enough and have to essentially redo the whole thing. Which is annoying. All right, so they got pretty big eyes that sit like right meow. I'm actually gonna swing a little bit more like so. Yeah, just so you can kind of see front on a little bit better. And then, so we'll have to build those up forward a little bit. And their ears sit pretty far back from their eye. Off of there, we need to size this down by quite a bit. See, we're already getting muzzle shape. It's a lot like painting, right? Like you kind of have to block out your shapes first before you can get into the details. We gotta work in shapes first. Shapes. Them crunchy, crunchy shapes. So there's a lot of like pyramid shape happening, right? But it's too long. And particularly with this, I don't worry about a lot of the transition areas yet. Yeah, the transitions like this, obviously, right, does not look like a bat. But first of all, fruit bats look a lot like dogs. They look like chihuahuas, essentially. But they don't actually, but they have a lot of snout. And actually, now he looks like a little alligator. So he's got a little too much chin lower jaw going on right now. But yeah, it all starts with some really basic shapes for me. In order to get the proportions kind of right, and then we worry about what it's actually looking like. All right, we're still too long. Better. Especially when you consider that we need to, when we transition from this piece into this, right? We need to make this nice swoopy kind of shape here. My hand's in the way. This way, a smidge. He looks like a duck, currently. But their mouth comes back almost to their eyes. Got a lot of lip. But I think, yeah. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for hanging out. But that's looking pretty good as far as proportionality goes. I will say this lid in general is maybe a little bit bigger than I would typically prefer, I guess. The other thing to consider is that we can always add more clay if necessary. Taking off is a little bit more annoying. Yeah. All right, that's looking pretty good. We're gonna attach that and go from there. We got there pretty quickly, which is nice. Sometimes it takes ages. Ooh, that needs some. All right, before we attach this, this underside needs some love. I don't know if you can really tell, but how completely wonky that is. There we go. But yes, he's currently in his duck phase. It's an ugly duckling situation. You know what I didn't get is myself a little bit of water. Little bit of water. Move this out of the way. I've got shit everywhere, man. Ooh, feels good in front of the air. And I would have brought the fan out, except when I'm doing face sculptures or like any sculpture like this, it's always a pain in the butt to have the fan. Because while it's nice for me, it dries out the clay faster, which is less than ideal. Man, past me is a real dick. Didn't clean anything up. It's that, like, who closed last night meme. It's me. Hey, Flooney. How are you? How's your Sunday? Stick that in there so it doesn't dry out while we're working on other stuff. Questionable choice, except for the consequences. My Sunday's going okay. It's hot as hell, again. But otherwise, doing pretty alright. What was your questionable choice, if you want to share? You do not feel obligated to share. If you're down for some self-deprecating humor, feel free. Giant crochet chicken. Horrible yarn. Without the right hook. Nice. Nice. Getting out of bed is always a questionable choice. Sounds like you're setting yourself up for success, Flooney. Hey, Ella. Welcome in. Alright, so we've scored, and now we've slipped. We're gonna just work that slip in just a little bit. I am working on a bat pot, so it may not look it right now. But this guy will be a bat. It is at 11, and the biggest you have is 7. Well, I'm not big into, well, I've crocheted like once in my whole life. And like made the start of a scarf and then it never finished, right? So I don't know, are there ways to like fix that, or is it just gonna make it smaller, or do you have to like double up your... In crochet, are they stitches still? Like double up your stitches in order to compensate for the lack of size? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's make sure we're working in the right direction here. And we're relatively straight. All right, so we are going to, in order to blend this transition, let's move this so it's not like sticking up out of his head. Thanks for the follow, Ella. The stuffing, okay. Harder to see the stitches. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, hang on, fish. Sun went away. Me. Sure, Ella. Okay, that makes more sense. That, like, it doesn't necessarily matter how many stitches there are as long as you make it around, but as long as it is the correct proportion of stitches, I guess, is more the issue. Thank you. Lappin, if you haven't been on Twitch for very long, the creative spaces are very cool. And very chill, generally. Yeah, there are lots of good ones. Flooney, that does sound annoying. It sounds like one of those projects, like when I do the snakes or when I do the hedgehogs, where I get like even the first little bit when I first get into it. Thanks for the follow, Lappin. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? You idiot. All right, we got to build up a little bit here. Set this eye in. Well, Godspeed and all that. Look at all those chickens. Yeah. Understand. There are a couple projects that just go that way. All right, we gotta bring him up. Thanks for the follow, Di. Your name sounds familiar. Where have I seen you? Maybe in Jess's chat. I want to say maybe Jess's chat. I am doing well, thanks. All right, we gotta build up a little bit of forehead here. kind of see where we're at right now. Come down just a scotch. A little bit more top down. Ah! Throwing clay on the floor. Way to go. Well, lost and gone forever now. No, it's thigh. No, I want to say it was probably in the nice lady over there. Your name sounds familiar. I want to say it's from there. Yeah. All right, we may need to do a little bit of pulling out of, yeah, sure. I am making, this is going to be a bat, believe it or not. Yeah, so this is the face, and it's a jar, right? So this is the lid to the jar, and it sits on a vase-like base that will have wings like wrapped around it. Yeah, thanks for the link. All right, let's do... Thanks, yeah. It's always kind of hard, especially in ceramics, to tell people what exactly it's going to look like, because it's so different. Like, this looks nothing really like what it ends up looking like. So yeah, we are currently in face sculpting stage. Yeah. I think for a lot of media, there's just a there's certainly like an ugly duckling phase. Ooh, my head itches. Appropriate clean tool to itch my head with. So now we gotta build this up a bit. Right in there. Yeah, there's some, especially I think it's hard when when it's coming from your brain, right? There's a, no, that's not what it's supposed to look like kind of thing, but because you don't have an actual reference, it definitely takes more visual tweaking because there's no realized thing, right? Like you can't just go and look up a picture and go, oh, his chin is wrong or whatever, right? And then like more to that point, I don't know. Sometimes it's just your idea and your ability don't match up. I think there's that sometimes as well, right? Where you're like, I have this concept in my head and it looks like this, and you go to do it and your ability is just like, no. Good luck. Nice try. Or even, I guess it's not even, I mean, ability is one of the ways that that can happen, but also like sometimes things being physically possible. Go to some flight exams. Sure. If you just, in chat there, I'm on Instagram and Etsy, and you can find my finished stuff there. Good luck on your flight exams. You too. All right, this isn't... Overall outcome, yeah. All right, we need to come up a little higher because I'm squinting, like slouching down in order to get the profile right, which I don't have to do. Yeah, especially if you want them to convey like some feeling. Sometimes you just need to rework it, right? Welcome back, Ella. Ah. Yeah, for some places it's more appropriate than others, I guess. Especially with TOS and stuff, like as a streamer, you definitely have to be cognizant of what you're showing and if it's overly violent or what have you. It's definitely one of those things that, I mean, to be fair, Twitch looks down on nudity more than they do violence, which is kind of strange, but whatever. Yeah. Oh, ads. My hand's in the way like the whole time, huh? I will say, their eyes are kind of interesting in that they wrap back. Thanks for hanging out, though. Yeah, you too. You good, Weemeem? All good. Trying not to have my hand all in the way. It's harder than you'd think. I think I actually have their eyes a little too big and a little bit too close together. I think it needs to come kind of like that. What did I say this time? I missed it. Usually I catch it, but... Alright, we need to fix that. Widen that back up. Zoop zoop, huh? Don't put, as it's happened like 3 weeks in a row. If I make the mistake of putting my phone down here on the shelf that's under here, under there, I will forget it there. Thanks for hanging out, lovely. Lovely Yella. Come on. Ooh, itchy. Alright, we're gonna have to blend this bottom portion now before it gets much harder to work on. I just want to get it nice and smoothed in there so that I don't run into problems later. Just so, like, these big gaps are kind of yucky, you know? So while it's still malleable, I'll smooth some of this out. I don't have a great picture of, like, under the chin. Hey, Armpit. I'm kind of hidden behind here, huh? How's your Sunday treating you? Yeah, I was there. Wreaking havoc as per usual. Good. next table. What's oh, cool. Yep. We are blending out the bottom here just so it meshes a little bit better before I get to reworking some of the face. I think the eyes are a little high, but it's alright. I think it'll be okay. Pull this one out of the oven. Yeah. It does, and especially with October around the corner, I figured it was time for a new bat friend. If I had been smart, I'd do 2 of them, but they take a while, so. The wings take, like, longer than I expect them to every time. I need to kind of readjust here if I'm going to work like that. That's better. Question is, how close are you? Too close, huh? The only downside is now you get a view of my computer screen, which sucks, but I feel like you can see a little bit better what I'm doing without my hand in the way. Don't put your fingernail in it. smoothed out a bit. That's probably pretty good until we get to the shape of... Alright, I need you guys to back up the scotch. Just so I don't hit it with the tools. Good enough. Until I start sculpting a little bit more, what's going on the lower jaw, that's probably good enough for now. So, looks like a monkey. Better. Need to even out the bridge of that nose though. See, the problem is I keep moving over and then back, and then over and then back. Better or worse? Better or worse? Because my dang hands get in the way. Dang hands, Bobby. It's fine. Oh, thanks for pinning that. That's a good idea. You ever looked at a bat's nose? It's fucking weird. It's almost like, it almost looks like barnacles or like weird tubular structure. At least on these, I'm sculpting off of a fruit bat. Sorry guys, I took my shoe off because it was more comfortable. I think we're okay there. We may need to... That looks pretty good, I think. There's quite a bit of smoothing and stuff that needs to happen. Like, all that nonsense there. Give that clay a little bit of water to drink up. Thanks, table. You're keeping on top of me today, which I appreciate. There's a little bit, this needs to blend a little bit nicer right there. I think. Let me, yeah. I hope everybody's Sunday has gone well. That you're enjoying your weekend. We are going to see Regal Theaters is running a thing where they're showing Princess Mononoke today in theaters. So we will be going tonight to go and see Princess Mononoke. We've seen it before, obviously. Very good film. If you haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen them, and don't get me wrong, they're not for everyone. Like, plenty of people that aren't super into them, but I enjoy them. They're pretty good. The animation is good. I like the art style and a good number of them, so yeah. Some of them are quite sad. Some of them are a little strange. See, this is really built up looking now, and I don't know that I love that. Yeah, he's getting there. This is a little too sticky outy. Cheekbone's going a little too hard. It's true. They got no reason being so cute, but they are. Hands in the way again. Cheekbones just going a little too hard. Better. I don't know. I think they're just really cool mammals. Actually, one of my professors in college had her was doing her doctorate in. She was studying bats in some way, shape, or form. I kind of forget what. But she really liked them and thought they were cute. And she had a little backpack with a little bat pin on it. Why is it my mom, and I love her to death, but she always sends me things while I'm streaming? Like, she has an uncanny ability to send me stuff. Whether it's messages, there's a hair. It's a dog hair. Tickling my upper lip. to look after bats? Yeah. It's like never when I'm like just hanging out on the couch. It's like when I've just started prepping dinner or like when I'm streaming. It's like this really impressive superpower. Alright, we gotta blend this side out now. Itchy face. You just gotta blend these cheekbones in a little bit better. Not quite. Right, I don't want to give them volume, I just kind of want to fill the void behind them. Ah. Fingernail. My worst enemy. My own fingernails. There is yuckiness happening there. Ugh, nails, stop it. And once I finish blending this stuff in, we'll work on the nose and lower jaw. And then ears. stand up and move a little bit. Alright, similarly, there's just a little kind of area right there. It just needs a little bit more blending. Alright. Feel pretty good about that. Now for this weird ass nose. Fruit bats have like these weird like conical little boob noses. They're real weird. Like from a distance you're like, oh, it looks like a regular old, I don't know, you know, dog nose or something. But if you look at them, they're like strangely conical. Tickly nose. I've already got quite a bit of mass here, so we're gonna try and work a little bit with what we got. I need to come down a little bit lower. Just so I'm a little bit more above it. Why is my face so itchy whenever I work? Sorry, I know I'm not working so you can see what I'm doing. Just mangling things like usual. What is this song? All right. Wasn't expecting the saxophone. Alright, so this part needs to... I want a clearer picture. Of... Just making sure I haven't smudged my makeup all over my face. Sometimes a hazard. But what I want is a closer picture of the fruit bat's face and nose. Not the lesser short-nosed fruit bat. There's a lesser and a greater short-nosed fruit bat. They look fucking weird. Alright, if we just go fruit bat, and then let's see if we can't find a good image here. Might work. They have a really strong like deviation right in here. Things you never knew. Fucking weird, man. Do have to narrow this quite a bit though. Alright, we're gonna get reductive rather than additive here. Flex those brain muscles. Looks like a seal now. Right, a little additive because we reduced too much by a wee bit. Nose looks like a little butt. So it comes in from there. I have to sneeze. Or not. Went away because I said something about it. You wanna go see if there's some sunshine outside? Big stretchy boy. Dude. Okay. Trying to see this in my brain. It's looking kind of a hot mess currently. I think we're just a little too big is part of the problem. Better. We got a little too downturned earlier. Come on. There we go. Lining up nostrils is hard. All right. Weird fucking noses. I'm gonna go outside, Hannah. Go ahead, babe. Scoop your nostril out. Did you want to come in or stay out, my guy? I was like, what's tickling me? It's in my face. It's just about touching this other camera. Okay. There we go. That's looking more correct. Despite being weird. Alright, let's do the same thing on this side. Try and make a match. Kinda. We're getting there. Alright. I think we're okay on where the nose is right now. I'm gonna do some lower jaw stuff and see if I change my mind on that. I don't. Oh, you mean like of a reference? Yes. I do think, but of like an actual window? No. Ah, I was like, I don't get it. Yeah, we're doing all right. I'm going to take out some of this. Make it a little bit more obvious. You'll get there eventually. All right. Shave back some of this. You good, Bean? All right. Now we can kind of sketch in the lips, and they come a little smile. I need my snack. I didn't really have lunch because I didn't eat breakfast until, I don't know, close to 9. Well, actually, it was probably closer to 10 is when I finished up breakfast. So, like, I didn't really have lunch at normal lunchtime because I wasn't really hungry yet. Fisher's dreaming. Hmm? Hi, snack buddy. The nose knows.